Hello the internet and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday the 25th of May 2019 and today I will be live for 29 minutes. It gives me great joy to be here. Even to be here is a massive thing this week. If you've been watching my daily vlog, you'll know why. I have had all kinds of issues with my iMac. I am not working on my iMac right now. I'm working on a replacement. If this doesn't sound right or if things don't work, please let me know in the chat because I'm working through my profile on a different machine and there could be some hiccups along the way. But speaking of the chat, I want to go back up to the very top. Steve Van was up there. Faffy Day was there. There were some that were there really early in the morning and I appreciate that. Northrop MJ, she's at work. She's hoping to get to watch. Stockabota, he's got 24 minutes left. Northrop MJ says she's going to be, but regardless to study, she's got to go do some study as well. Looking further down, GoPro Stock, you've been commenting a fair bit on my channel. Thank you for that. Hazza3679 says good morning. G'day, or good morning, Hazza. Haven't seen your name here unless you've just changed your handle. Rove McManus, he's in the house, hasn't been there for a while. G'day, Rove. He asked, what's this one about? He's been on holidays for a month. So have I, in a way. We're going to talk about the new YouTube changes to sub counts and what that kind of means, mainly to creators, I suppose. But I want to get your feedback on that. Not so much what I think, but what you guys think. He asks, why the unhappy face? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. He says, why? Who thinks YouTube is trying their best to help everyone? I sure do. Hazza says he should be surfing, but I'll wait 30 minutes. Dude, that is straight from my heart, man. Get out there and get away. Forget my live stream. Is Australia in summer? No, it's not. We're here in the autumn. Oh, wait, May. Yes, the end of autumn. This is the last month of autumn, and then it comes into winter for June. And June, July. Clintos, I finally get to watch this live for a change. Thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate that. Steve Van says, how many more of these Steve Van updates? How many more of these Steve Van updates? Well, the idea with the Outdoor Man with the Van is to tell you about what I'm doing every week with the van. Of course, the end project, the end goal is to get to streaming from Steven. But there's tech that's got to be sort of worked out before we get there. But we are getting there. I've done a test and it worked amazing. I couldn't believe it. It's going to be so cool. Driving around the area with like a GoPro on the roof and like my main camera and the chat and just cruise and then pull up and stop and have a stream chat. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait to start it. Happy Canadians in the house. G'day, buddy. Hamish Ferguson. G'day, Hamish. How you going, man? Mewtube. Dan, he's having a great one. Have you seen Mewtube's latest video? He did a look at the Big Brother house up on the Queensland Gold Coast area, and it's popping off virality. Well done, man. Input is very loud. Okay, I can push my microphone slightly back. I'm just reading. I'm trying to get up to speed here. Barry's Views is in the house. G'day, Barry. Tim Arskog in the house. Mark the Traveller, he's in the house as well, and that's pretty much up to date. Let's pull ourselves into the chat so you guys can see the chat as well. That's got to be important. And speaking of Outdoor Man with the Van, Stephen, you want to see the latest update? I want to run it for you. This is getting closer and closer. So I know you've just asked about it. Here's the latest update from this week. Welcome to episode 26 of Outdoor Man with the Van. Where is my seat? Steven, look at my seat. It's outside, Steven. What's going on here? What are you doing? What's happening in here? There is so much more room in here when you have no seat. So what am I doing today? Well, I'm continuing on with my install for streaming from Steven. Now what I've got here, I've got a HDMI cable here and that's going to sit up here. My streaming camera is going to be here. Now this cable goes all the way through the console, past the stream deck, and then it comes round down here. And this is why I've taken the seat out, because all the cabling, by the way, look at the length of the stream deck USB, pretty short. Hey, I've got to get an extension to bring it back to this area, and that's why I've taken off the seat here, because all the cabling such as HDMI is going to go under this piece of carpet and out the back here. I've also got on the roof here my two 4G antennas ×2. However, these mounting points are going to change. I was not impressed with how they just don't feel very solid. So I've actually bought roof rack system. The roof rack's going to be along here, and that's where my GoPro is going to sit. Now these cables here, they run all the way through from here. This isn't the greatest connection point here, but I could kind of drill that out a little bit more and push that back up, which I will do. But then that comes on the inside of the mount here, the door side, and goes underneath the carpet there and into the area here. And then all of my gear will be situated just there. And so that's what I'm working on now. I plan on doing a secondary test. So while I do that, you guys can go back to the live stream. That is getting closer, much closer to being ready for streaming from Steven. So just hold off, hang in there. Now I have lowered my microphone gain. I think it was slightly high. Thanks for the heads up on that, Stockerbotter. And most of the chat is going off to YouTube there. Congrats on his virality. He made the mainstream news with his video. Dude, if you could find a shark in that Big Brother house, all kinds of hell would break loose. Amazing, yeah. Australia isn't real, we're just a figment of your fractured imagination. Yeah, Australia cops are flogging for that with the flat earth community, they don't think that we're real. As far as filming while driving, Rove asks, isn't that illegal? I don't think it's illegal to have a camera filming you while you're driving. Of course it'd be illegal to hold your camera and like basically vlog while you're driving. That would be because your hands aren't on the steering wheel. But if you have a camera already there, that's the point with mine. It's going to be a camera off on the side and then a GoPro on the roof doing the filming. And basically you're going to be watching me driving. So I don't think that's going to be illegal. A dead shark in the Big Brother pool. Couldn't we organize that just for the sake of virality? Now look, let's jump straight into the chat conversation for this week. If you didn't see it, let's have a look at the YouTube announcement from Team YouTube put out a tweet, but Creator Insider put out a video, and I think the video probably explains it a little bit clearer. So let's have a look at Creator Insider. This is when Tom announced these changes. Let's have a listen.
Next, there's going to be an improvement to how we display subscriber counts publicly. So we want to basically make it way more consistent. So starting August of 2019, we'll start an abbreviated approach across all public facing surfaces. So if you have more than 1,000 subs, we will start abbreviating the count. So let me be specific. This will be kind of parity with industry standards. This is what you already see on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So if you have less than 1,000 subs, we'll just display the exact count up to the ones. But if let's say you have 133,017 subs, we'll just display that as 133,000 subs until you exceed or meet 134,000.
Yeah. Okay, so Michael correctly states an improvement. It's not really an improvement in my mind. I think this is probably the worst thing they could do. My thoughts are, and this goes back to my brand deals and whatnot, you have brands that want to work with you based on your numbers. Now, all those YouTubers that say numbers don't count, that's completely incorrect. The reason it's incorrect is, well, actually, there's a caveat there. If you're on YouTube for no other reason except to make videos and have a bit of a giggle, then sure, the numbers are completely irrelevant. But if you are pursuing YouTube in terms of earning AdSense, so if you're running ads on your channel and you're looking to create something from it, the numbers is the only thing aside from the content and your audience that matters. And the moment they truncate those numbers and hide them from possible brand deals, that's when you're going to lose out, you know, like. That's my thoughts, but I wanted to also show you the Twitter that the tweet that they put out, because this kind of shows like a pretty nice example of how it will look. So we've got this tweet from Team YouTube. Currently, public sub counts are abbreviated in most but not all places across YouTube. In August, we'll make this more consistent by always showing abbreviated sub counts publicly. And then they showed this little animated GIF here of how it will look. And I think that's important to just check out. Let's pull that up full screen. So you can see if you've got 4.3, or sorry, I think it rolls again. We'll watch the GIF again. Does it roll by itself, or have I got to? Here we go. So if you got 15 million subs, you got 7. Okay, it's showing you too fast for me to. You can see what's going on here, right? So that's what they're saying. Now, in my mind, let's have a quick look at the chat. My thoughts are this is wrong, and I've got some comments to read from you guys that I asked for on the daily. But let's go back up and see what you guys have been saying. You need to neaten up the cables in the door. Back to Steve Ann. Yeah, I've already done that, actually. I drilled out holes that go kind of up into the little metal, and then I pushed the cabling in and pushed the back up the top. More than one. Yeah, exactly, Barry. So if you've got under 1,000, it's not going to really affect you. And YouTube, how on earth is that an improvement? Absolutely. We'll get to what people have been saying about it as well. It's really funny. Maybe K is his favorite letter. Newly awakened in the house, she says, yeah, they tooketh away both my YouTube monetization and mobile streaming feature. Yeah, we dug into that the other week, but add that to the list of things that they're taking away from you. It's not like they're bringing things to you. Like, I don't like this constant removal of things. I want to see constant updating of things and providing new things and making this platform better, not taking away things that aren't broken. Like, the sub count's not broken, right? That's one of the only things here that's not broken, and they're taking it, or they're modifying it to make it look, they're making it more consistent, but we'll get to that in a second. And she says, Northrump MJ says, my sub count already says 20K, thought it wasn't going to start till August. Yeah. I've noticed that on the YouTube Studio beta. It's been like that for quite some time. Also with view counts on videos, and this is why I hated it. I didn't want to go into my YouTube creator dashboard and see an abbreviated number for a video. I wanted to see the exact number, and they have changed that on YouTube Studio beta, but I was always going back to the old one, but that's going to disappear very, very soon. Newly Awakened says, I really depended on that $309 a year I was getting to feed my family. It still hurt though. Well, I can kind of understand the sort of the sarcasm there, and sure, you might not have earned a great deal off AdSense, but the thing is, it can get big. Like, you could have a video that pops for no real clear reason, like, and if that happens, you want to have everything in place ready to earn that $309,000 instead of $309,000. YouTube says, I feel the YouTube Beta Studio has been doing this for a little bit. Yeah, exactly, yeah. GoPro Stock says, it's still a better way to industry standard. It's still a better way for industry standard. He likes it. Okay, everybody can have a differing opinion. That's completely cool. I hate it, but you can certainly have that view. Newly Awakened says, I have a high view count with numerous 20K, 50K, and 100K videos viewed. Yeah. And Happy Canadian, you've got a comment coming up. I'll run our comments that we took, and you've got this. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Exactly. They make the best online community sites. Instead, it's a race to the bottom to make us angry at YouTube. Michael says, all social media are constantly tweaking themselves. It's an act of self-preservation. Well, that's true. That's got to be a competing issue. We've got DLive coming up on their heels. And if you do see my DLive streams, I've been focusing quite a lot of attention on DLive. It's a strange new world, that platform. And whether it's going to bite at the heels of YouTube or not, I don't know. Like, it's definitely got potential, but there's also some pretty big issues with it. But it's new, so it could. But in regards to them tweaking themselves as an act of self-preservation, I think that's pretty accurate too. GoPro Stock says, YouTube is playing catch-up. It's the new MySpace. Does MySpace still even exist? I don't think it does. Faffy Day, what is the YouTube sub count change? We've just been discussing this, Faffy Day. Go back to the start and watch later on. We've talked all about it. But I'll tell you what, let's pull up the comments that I pulled in from you guys earlier this week. First one going to Newly Awakened on the Discord. She said YouTube is up to some serious funny business and it's affecting a lot of channels. They're even demonetizing information channels. Doesn't make sense, does it? Why are they doing this? Like, why? We know why and we know where it came from, but is this the answer? I don't know if it is, YouTube. Don't know. Good point, Newly Awakened. The Discord there, we've tried to sort of bump that up a little. Stockabot has been, pretty instrumental in trying to get everyone on the Discord. I'll jump on every now and then, but like I said, I'm kind of focused on creating content. But I do jump in there often, time to time, and have a bit of a chit chat. Northrop MJ said, rounding up is so stupid nowadays. Like, it's too difficult to place a number where there's already a 0 regardless. I mean, they already have a program in place that lists 1 through 9 in an appropriate numerical order for the channel. You'll just have to fill that same space with a 0. Actually, that's not exactly what they're doing. They're truncating it so there's less numbers, less clutter, if you like. If you're rounding up or down, if you want to round that up, it'd be fine. But the benefit of the channel is why YouTube exists. But rounding down makes me think YouTube is up to something. Yeah, I kind of agree. Definitely up to something. What's been happening in the chat? Finders, beepers, history seekers. That is a great handle. That's so cool. I wouldn't make it uppercase though. I'd change it to lowercase. But for me, it doesn't make any difference at all. For example, we are on 3,301. That will show up as 3.3. The biggest amount we will miss out on is 99. 99 is not going to affect the brand deal. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But if they put this into place now, when you do get up to that 39,000, 39 million, that will make a difference. But I certainly see what you're saying when you're smaller and the number's smaller. I've been on YouTube since 2009, newly awakened. Many other issues to fix is what I meant. Exactly, dude. That's so accurate. What's this next comment we had? From BP Fishing. The actual number of subs is important. My numbers are low and just started my channel, but as I get closer to milestone numbers, I want to see it. Yeah. And I think this is Bob from Hey We're Talking. Bob, you still will see it in your dashboard, but the punters that go onto your channel won't see it. And so someone with a small channel, 100% agree. You want to display that. You want to showcase the effort and the hard work you've been putting in to get this. It's just crazy. What else did we have? We had someone, Happy Canadian. So he says, I'm not convinced this is a great idea. If it's not broken, don't fix it. My point exactly. Now, on the Twitter, after that tweet came out from Team YouTube, there was a stack of good tweets from people. And now I want to highlight a few of them. Trad says, this is just annoying. I'd rather see the number physically go up or down rather than going to a completely different website. He's talking about Social Blade or a forum to look at the said number. Instead of doing this to everyone, you can do it as an optional thing. I'd rather see the numbers. And I think that optional thing is a really, really good idea. It should be the opportunity for you to say, I don't want to display my whole number. I want to truncate my number, not YouTube telling you have to. YouTube, everyone leave a thumbs up. That's good, man. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. And then Team YouTube replied with, but you'll still be able to see your exact sub count directly in YouTube Studio. Because this will apply to everyone, we wanted to give you plenty of time. So this isn't coming out till August anyway. So they're kind of saying that just get used to it because it's going to be there permanently. And then Mrs. Samantha jumped on. Now, this is where it gets really cool. She says, I don't care if I can see it. I'll go to Social Blade to check my numbers. I care that the people who support me and have taken time to subscribe to me can see it. Key message here, because every one of my subscribers counts to me. They are not a round up or down. Mrs. Samantha, you've hit it. Everyone is important, not rounded up and down. I think that's so accurate. YouTube replied with, we want to create more consistency everywhere we publicly display subscriber counts. Creators will still be able to see their exact number. They keep saying this consistency thing. We want to make this consistent. We need this across the board. And then this comment came on with gold. How about this? This is from the Raw Geek, says, create the consistency by showing the full subscriber count everywhere. It makes so much sense. Don't round it up on the main page you're greeted with. That page, when the first person hits that page, that's where it should be the full number. And then everywhere else, it should filter through the full number. Don't do it the other way around. Unbelievable. YouTube, look, my thoughts are that YouTube may listen and they may swap it back. We'll have to kick up enough fuss to get there. Now let's catch up with the chat. Didn't Justin Timberlake buy MySpace? He might have. Was he on there? Who? Oh, that was Tom, the guy with the head to the side with a little profile thing with his shoulder. 3 dislikes. That's okay. The dislike is as good as the like. Newly Awakened. I dropped a like on my way in. Thanks, Newly Awakened. Hey, Newly, by the way, have you seen Charles Marlowe on DLive? I've been looking for his CMC broadcasting channel on DLive, and I can't seem to find him. Can you, if you know if he's there, let me know his handle because I want to go and give him a little sneaky follow. Barry's Fuse, they're rounding it up and down because the algorithm is having trouble doing what it's meant to do, and counting is one of the problem. I don't think the algorithm having trouble counting is a problem. But I'll tell you what this does do for places like Social Blade. That website's now null and void. There's no point having Social Blade, right? You can't. If Social Blade pulls in the API from YouTube and the API is only giving you the truncated number, that means all of those, what was that, T-Series versus PewDiePie with the live sub count changing, those kind of things will no longer exist, which kind of sucks. And it's sort of, see, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? That's kind of good and bad. Like that video or that live feed of sub counts changing, is that looked upon as content, or is that just looked upon as someone monetizing garbage? I don't know. I feel like there's a way to handle that that's better than the way that they're handling it. That's just my thoughts. Newly says, I'm going to spam the link to this in all my Discords. Be right back. Thanks very much, Newly. GoPro Stock says, already done the thumb. First thing I do. Oh, that's cool. Actually, here's my thing. Don't thumbs up something or thumbs down something until you watch it. Like those people that come onto a stream and automatically thumbs down it or thumbs up it before it's even started, that's not very fair, because you're not watching the content. You're assuming it's good or you're assuming it's bad. Now, if you're just a negative person, then you might thumbs it down. And, if you're a positive person, you might thumbs it up. I'd rather wait and see what the content is. Newly says, I'm always curious to the actual sub count, even a dial like an odometer to watch it go up or down. Yeah, same here. I quite like watching that happen. The main problem on YouTube, this is from Finders, Beepers, History Seekers. I love that handle, man. That's so cool. Is the copyright system. We are currently battling Warner Brothers for falsely claiming our video because we uncovered a film location. They lied and said we used footage. Wow, that sounds hectic. Get onto that if you can. Hey, by the way, Newly says, actually, I think he said in a live stream that he wouldn't go on I haven't been watching so much of his live stuff recently. I've been too busy trying to fix my iMac. I'm really liking this stream today, how we're totally engaging the chat. Like on previous streams, I've had too much to deliver where I haven't actually been able to watch the chat and talk with you guys. I feel like today I've delivered a smaller package of content, and I've been able to sort of watch how you guys are responding, because that's the point of the live stream, right? You guys hear me yakking on my regular vlogs and on my daily vlogs. This is a chance for you guys to yak back. The yak back stream. I think that's what we should call this. Newly says, Stockabotta says, since live counts are getting removed, people are just going to go and watch DVD screensaver hitting the corner. That's when it bounced up. Like you'd go to bed and you'd wake up in the morning and your little logo would be like... That actually would be a pretty good little screen to put here when the stream starts buffering, just to have that little up-down logo. Newly says, I never thumbs down, but I do thumb up a lot, simply since someone took the time to upload content, even if I don't agree. Do you do that before you've seen it, though, or after you've seen it? Like I've always said, just be authentic. And I cop crap for this, but if I call someone out, it's me being authentic. If I call someone out for doing something right, it's me being authentic. If I call them out for doing something wrong, it's me being authentic. Just be authentic. Like, I'll never go onto a stream and just go, I don't like the creator, thumbs down, or I like the creator, thumbs up. I'll consume the content, engage the content, form an opinion, and then deliver whatever it is, up or down. Barry's views. I can't believe people are still watching that T-Series and PewDiePie live count. No one cares. Well, some people care. I kind of cared for a while, and then ultimately the end result doesn't make a huge difference, but I did enjoy watching it. It was kind of funny. I admit I was caught up in the James Charles subcount controversy with Tati. That was an exciting ride, absolutely. And now we've got Tfue versus FaZe Banks. I watched... So the first time I ever watched gaming was Tfue, but not through FaZe, when he was just Juke Squad's brother, who he is. Jack Tenney is his brother, right? So I used to watch Juke Squad quite a lot, and he would always come into the room where his brother was streaming and be on the back of his chair saying, this is my brother, he's the greatest streamer in the world. And I watched a bit of his streams, and he's a cool, fun guy. But this contract stuff, man, this is nasty. Very nasty. Tim Arkskog says, I always give a thumbs up to Gives a Minute, YouTube, and Panda before I see the videos, as I'm showing my appreciation for the time taken to create the video. Okay, that's fair. I had never really thought of it that way. You're not thumbing up the content, you're thumbing up the idea of the content. So the fact that the content has even been made. I'll stand corrected. That's a fair way to do it. You're saying because you're here on YouTube and you've got a presence and you're putting up content. You're not hiding behind like a nameless, faceless troll account. You're there doing something. I'll give that a thumbs up. Yeah, I can see that for sure. That's what I like about this. You know, we're learning from each other. GoPro Stock says, I must fly. I have a new GoPro video I need to finish editing. Cool. Hey, by the way, thanks for sticking around, GoPro Stock. Who was it? You that asked me about the super suit? I spoke with my contact at GoPro, and I did get a super suit and another bite mount. I've got 2 of them coming for a waiver day. Hopefully with the super suit, this will stop any chance of fogging in the inside of the lens. But I think was it GoPro Stock that asked me about that? I can't recall. Tim says, if I don't like content, I'll comment on it instead. Yeah, I think a comment is the greatest way, or a reply video like my live streams where I talk about what's going on. I think that's important, and that's a good way to show exactly your thoughts. Like you can leave a comment that might kind of like get lost and get mixed up in the translation, but a video where you can articulate and address it very, very clearly, I think that's perfect. That's what this platform, YouTube, is so cool for. Happy Canadian says, I always thumbs up a video. Okay. Even if it's crap. Even if the video's crap. Because let's be honest, I've put up some crap. And like, I don't think that deserves a thumbs up. But then if you go on Tim's method, the fact I put it up deserves a thumbs up. Maybe there should be 3 thumbs up. Maybe there should be a thumbs up for the content. There should be a thumbs up for just doing YouTube, for just being here. But I feel like that's the subscriber number, isn't it? That's the initial thumbs up. I think you're here. I think you being here is good, so I'm going to subscribe, and then the number goes up. But now it doesn't. It stays at the same number. Yeah, that's kind of the point of the joke, Stoker Botter. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Honey, where's my super suit? Exactly. Newly awakened. I just realized I wasn't subbed here anymore. I resubbed. I found out about this. I found out about this on your Discord. Oh, cool, Newly. That's interesting. Did we see the sub come up here? I didn't see the notification. I might have missed it. Didn't hear anything. Did you see it? Did I miss it? Michael, g'day, Michael. He says thumbs up or down are a bit of a blunt instrument. Yeah, well, we've seen this movement to disable thumbs up and thumbs down, and my thoughts on that is, what's the point? Like, if you've got a video that's liked, you'll get thumbs up. If you've got a video that's not liked, you'll get thumbs down. It's a way of showing the global audience what the feeling for your content is. I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with thumbs up and thumbs down. Sometimes reply or response videos get me more views than the original. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Like a response video or a reaction video. Yeah. Okay. I didn't get the alert, Newly. That's very, very strange. Barry's View says, I say take away the thumbs up and down. It might stop some of them trolls, but I doubt it. Well, you're always going to get trolls. That's the platform. That's the nature of YouTube. Hey, folks, I can hear my outro bassline rolling. This has been a fun stream. I'm glad this all worked. Thanks for the hot tips about the audio, and thanks for the beautiful engagement conversation. See you next week for an AMA and some Jack. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Oh, that's we're out of time.